one of the details on The Guardian this morning, and we're back to the studio here with Chris MADUKA joining us to analyze some of the interesting headlines out of the dailies this morning. Chris, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Thank you, Charles. How was your night?
It was good. It was fine, I guess.
Okay. I guess you slept alone last night.
I hope I slept alone.
We are not even sure whether you slept. Oh, Charles, forgive us of that. All right. Good morning, the world, and welcome to another day of Signature TV newspaper review. Wow. Blueprint. We started with Blueprint. Was talking about Okowa, who said his Oga will soon also defect.
Well, he didn't say what he was going to go to.
Yeah, he didn't tell us when. And that's wonderful. And you know what baffles me? As we are going down, we come down to Daily Trust on the same story, where Moru said Okowa's choice as running mate cost PDP or Atiku the presidency. So you can see two politicians at their best. I wish Nigerians will read beyond the lines of these headlines. Okowa on the other side is saying his father in politics, that he regretted. That was what he told us yesterday. Today, he's telling us the same Oga will soon defect. And that, that discussed it, that he was aware he's defecting with the whole of Delta State. And now this morning again on the same another newspaper, Daily Trust, is saying that Okowa's choice as running mate in 2023 was what made Atiku to lose his presidential bid. So, if you ask me, the question is, in our run, which one is true? These politicians are incorrigible. They are incorrigible. And the sooner Nigerians know that the politicians in Nigeria, especially the corrupt ones and the satanic ones, are our common enemies, we can't get anywhere. I don't know who they are. But we get confused. This is what we're reading. This one we talk from this side, this one we talk from this side. What they are looking for is the heart of Nigeria for 2027. That's again, they come back. I told you of a story my lecturer told me. He said, you students, you graduate from schools, you treat the lecturers who guided you through the schools as if you are visiting sex workers in their red curtain hotels. You don't even, so these politicians think Nigerians are commercial sex workers. After every 4 years, they come back with intrigues of lies. And they will be talking from them, confuse everybody at the end of it all. They will get people so confused that they wouldn't even go to the polls to vote, so that we'll have chances to rig elections. So you see this thing building up. Is it not 2007? Nothing about our security we're talking about again. Nothing about our welfare. All the hikes they have perfected, nobody is discussing it again. The whole thing, the newspaper agog every morning of 2027 build up. They don't even care whether people will be alive then. And I've said it here. I don't think they care for us to be alive. If they do, they should be thinking about how to get us to be alive so that we vote for them. But this thing, they are no more interested. They just defect and defect. And one important story, something funny that caught my mind, is the shouting headline in Guardian newspaper. 9 Mobile in trouble. And when it says subscribers port. And I said, in my mind, I said, 9 Mobile in trouble. As millions of their subscribers, they mentioned the figure there, the camp. So the camping is the order of the day. Even telecom companies are suffering the campment. Their subscribers are porting. I'm surprised that even the Nigerian politicians have not borrowed that word from telecom, porting. If you say, Delta State governor and all the structures ported, and we're waiting for the next people to port. Probably they felt, there was this slang they used to speak in Nigeria then when people smoke Igbo, they say they are going to porting. So they felt that maybe it did not align very well. They still use the camp. But sorry, the 9 mobiles. What is affecting some major political parties in Nigeria has begun to affect you. So go and learn. Go and learn from them how you can get back or get other people to port from other telecom to you. So the camping is the order of the day in Nigeria. Even telecom organizations are suffering.
Indeed.
118 billion loss in gas flaring. Billion, is it dollar or naira?
It has to be in...
Whatever it is, Charles, don't bother yourself. What I'm saying, that we have been flaring gas since the history of Nigerian, in discovering oil under our soils. And today they're just telling us in 2 months we have lost. How can you quantify that? The ones that are natural gas we are producing and running, how much have Nigeria made from it? This is confusion. They will just divert our attention. The ones you are pursuing, the ones that we are flaring, you are quantifying it. The ones we are producing and selling, how much? What are they? Why people die? Why are they telling us this? The ones that are running into the air, if you are going towards the Niger Delta, from far distance you see fires up, it's gas flaring. And they've been doing this as far as the history of Nigerian oil and gas is. Somebody is this morning saying we lost 118. How much is Nigeria losing? Since 1958 we discovered oil in Nigeria, and we've been refining and selling even crude oil that the one they steal, how much? They've not told us. In 2 months, people will say, hi, when they use figures to get us confused. We don't need it. If Nigeria want to continue to flare gas, let them flare. But the ones that they manage to put into use and added value, let them tell us the value. Not the ones that are flaring. What are we doing with it? It's double wahala for them. You are telling us this amount, even our environment is being messed up, everything. You want us to divert attention. The ones that are coming in are yielding money. How much have you put into use and the added value that bringing money to Nigeria? How much? You concentrate on the one we are flaring. There's total confusion and the sleaze and lies coming from oil and gas. And they keep talking about it every day. Let's start from the first thing first. Begin with what we can hold. Tell us not. FG in blueprint. FG witnesses testify in camera in Kanu's terrorism trial as the trial commences. I don't understand. I'm not a lawyer. But Charles, what do you mean to testify in camera? What does that mean?
No, when you are testifying behind closed doors, basically you are protected. You'll be masked. Even behind closed door? Yeah, behind closed door. Why closed door? Who are going to hear these testimonies? No. For against who? The lawyers will be there. Okay. But the person who is going to testify will be masked. So what happened by masking the person in open court? And still cover him up? And let's give him a microphone, let's all hear what he's saying. You know why I'm saying this? It's not because a lot of things has happened that is every day keep touching on the trust people have. You do not use paper to cure madness. When the complexity of this case has gotten to this point, let the person appear protected, guarded, put in a cage, cover his face, let the microphone tell us so people will hear. It won't be only the people inside the camera. The camera here has a small compartment, only few will hear, but the open court, there will be other people, because they didn't tell us in camera means in secret. And anything can happen in secret for this kind of sensitive case that have kept Nigeria to this point. Well, the cross-examination will be on Friday. So the person who is protected with his face mask, would also be cross-examined because in the open? Well, not in the open. Because so it's just with this camera thing. Because I've been working with camera all my life. This camera thing is my confusion. Why can't it be in open court protected? With all the arsenals of... It's a terrorism charge, so... The arsenals of Nigerian security cannot protect one FG witness to stand and they guard him and take him back to safety, and then we'll be dealing with what he said. I am not speaking the mind of anybody, but to me, it's still
it still has some element of, they say, okay, people will just wave it out. Because if you remove flare from the body of dog, I've always used this analogy. Show it to the dog so that the dog will know you are helping the dog, not pinching him, so that he won't bite you. This, you can manage all this case to this point and still go into camera to get witness, you foil it one place. And whatever happened in the recent past continues in the recent future. Now we're running down the circle. So if we have come out to deal with this case and get gone with it forever, let us show some element of transparency in all we do. Why testifying in camera? Why? If you are sure of what you are going to say. Terrorism against what?
I mean, he's also scared that there might be an attack on him, because once your face is shown, you can be seen anywhere.
I agree. So. Since you see people that said terrorism, is you that are testifying against terrorism. So you must have some element of terrorism. You know how terrorism works before you offer yourself to testify in terrorism case for federal government. A federal government cannot protect their witness to testify in court, and then some element of suspicion goes into it. God bless Nigeria. I don't have anything against. All I'm saying, let the federal government find a way of showing that this thing they are doing doesn't have this suspicion. Clear, there will always be. But let it be, that suspicion be eliminated to the barest minimum. Because people will go in the headline, they testify in witness in camera. That's why I wanted us to discuss about it, so that people will understand what it means. It's not that I don't know the meaning of camera, but I'm just saying the kind of banters that will go out in Nigerian streets among people who are interested in this case. That's about it. The other one with NNPCL appoints Idrisu, other people, and sack Port Harcourt Refinery MD, Warri Refinery MD, and Kaduna, and 200 others.
Yeah. I mean, it's a welcome development, if you ask me.
Well, like yesterday, we were crying about 897 million dollars put in a turnaround maintenance for Warri, and it flops again. I think it's high time he's begin to roll. But my issue is, it is an NNPCL. Okay, what maybe under different board and MDs and all. So probably it will begin to filter. That's a good one. NNPCL, like you said, we're not wishing anybody losing his job. You know what it means to work in NNPC in Nigeria from the beginning till the end. So it's a big, everywhere, every Nigerian want to work there. So the ones who are working there, we're not wishing they lose their job. But what we are saying is that if anybody has to lose his job, for this thing we are suffering in oil and gas in Nigeria to stop, Nigerian can say, pray for you and say, God bless you. So find the alternative way. Go somewhere and try. We wish you well. You must not work in oil and gas to keep us running around the circle, and we'll keep blaming the president because he's the minister of oil and gas. He put some people here. For how many years? For over 28 years, no refinery in Nigeria works. Turnaround maintenance, big money that is enough to establish 500 refineries in Nigeria. We sank it in trying to turn around that world. I don't know where it came from. How can you turn around? What some people have said, moribund. OBJ said, when they told him what to do with it, he wrote off that these things cannot come around. And people still sink money in these things every day. Now they are sacking people. You carry squirrel in your bag, go to plant seed. And now, with the whole seed that squirrel has swallowed, you are telling them to go away. Where is the FCC? Have they come to us? Is it just that what they enough you bite for carry and go? Is that what the FCC say? So it makes Nigerians, when they keep down and saying, how I wish it was me. Just chop the money and chop for 28 years, turning around the oil refineries in Nigeria. And then at the end of it, people, Nigerians send you off. Say, go and rest. Carry the much you have collected. That's what we are seeing here. Unless you can convince me otherwise, I don't work in NNPC. That's my analysis. The way I review it, I can't be wrong. But that is how ordinary people like us are seeing this thing. Because nobody is explaining why it should be happening this way. Nigeria shouting in Tribune, 300,000 doctors, we are deficit. And this is just Nigerian Tribune in their research. Because when they go around, I told you, Nigerians, if we are still thinking of 240 million Nigerians on the face of this earth, minus the ones that have died for terror, hunger, and other, then whatever is left, that number of doctors we have here, and they keep them doctors, instead of going around and giving us the value of the medical personnel. Doctors don't work alone. How many nurses? How many people in lab technicians? How many in the physiotherapists? How many? And all break it down. Pediatricians, oncologists, all those, they are big, medical medicine has a way of giving, those that have we lost. They will come and say 300. And I say this is understatement. Nigeria lost. If this is only doctors, 300,000. They are not really saying the deficit. Doctors that we still need to achieve good primary health care delivery in Nigeria. It means we also facing health terrorism. It's not just Japa. People are saying Japa. Something is wrong. For a system that will allow people, the most expensive thing in Nigeria is to train medical personnel. They stay in the university longer than other courses. Nigerian parents will sell all they have. Nigerian government will put a lot of things to educational system. All ASU strike will go for years, and then we managed to get some medical doctors out. We give them up to other countries freely to go and work for them. And we're here talking about 2027. Among the people, the thugs that are going to race to work in 2027 election, if they get wounded in trying to snatch, which doctor we killed? The ones that will go and shout, if they go up this, in empty stomach, if they get ulcer, who will cure them? Nigerians will begin to think about these politicians that are building up 2007 to come back. And they're talking about terror. They will say people are raped. These politicians will come back to rape us again. Before they come to rape you, ask them for money for medicine. Who is going to treat you? Because rape victims need money to be treated. And if they rape you politically, you also need to be compensated. So, this thing is a big, serious issue. I keep praying to God. Any Nigerian who just falls sick within this time, let's say the Requiem High Mass. God bless them. Achimugu on hunger strike. Achimugu. God bless her. Whatever she can use to escape whatever is on her head is about. Why the other day was saying before the day runs off, he was arrested at the airport, because in the morning yesterday the review said, the EFCC declared her wanted. Before we could say get off from reviewing her case, he had been arrested at the airport. Is it that she's running away? Is it that she's coming to report? Because they didn't tell us, was she flying into Abuja to go and report, or was she flying out before she was arrested? And what is making her go on hunger strike? Is it that she's not guilty of what as accused, or that she is also feeling unsafe in Nigerian situation?
Well, the issue is just so complicated. They were linking her to this governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. So there's a whole lot that's going to really play out. She's going to appear in court today, so I think the details of that will be coming out.
So it's sub judice. Yeah. So let's leave that to the court. But if she's on hunger strike, if he's going to put that thing that doctors put when they want to give you intravenous, they give her intravenous so that she can be healthy enough. They give her food by rope. They put it through the rope so that she...
Why go on hunger strike when you are under the custody of the EFCC? I mean, why? What is the issue?
To prove a point of her innocence. Maybe. I'm not a spokesperson. But let's move on. We don't. The money involvement is more that it can get us dizzy. So I don't want to get dizzy talking about Achinugu and the other. No attempted Boko Haram invasion in Oyo. That whatever they are seeing is old video. That's what Tribune is saying. And Tribune is a good mouthpiece media for Oyo State. So we go with that. And that's another thing we need to tell Nigerians, that the media some people who are social media illiterates, sorry to say, and the fact check in Nigeria is just totally new. That people should know that not everything they see on social media, especially the housewives, the same way Nollywood has stolen the mind of housewives, in the same way social media fake news that you quarrel with them when you're telling them they believe it totally. So Nigerian government should begin, instead of banning, you begin to do what you call enlightenment and awareness creation for Nigerians who consume. If you see the number of Nigerian social media illiterates that consume the fake news that come out on social media, you know that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder, because what is happening is beyond us and is a big problem. Okay, yes. But the PDP and NWC, National Working Committee, and governors are meeting. I hope them, and the Chief of Army Staff saying is launching offensive as Boko Haram kills 40 new persons in Borno. And I'm saying, is the population of Borno people, is it mutating? Borno has suffered and bled under this insecurity for too long every day. People in Borno, my heart goes out for them. But God help Nigeria, God help us, wishing that we survive this. That if the Nigerian politicians do not just concentrate on 2027 and look a little deeper with some effort to make us to be alive to 2007. God bless Nigeria. Charles?
Indeed.
I'm out of here.
Chris, many thanks for your time. We truly appreciate your insight. We're back after this short break to stay with us.
Save Nature TV. News in your pocket.